Hi, this is Abhishek Jalan here from Grovy Developments. I'm the CEO of Grovy Developments.
Hi, Zoeb this side. I'm from Bridges and Allies Real Estate, founder and MD, and I'm here with Abhishek today discussing Grovy developments and what's happening with real estate market.
I mean, I've been in the thought process that the UAE property market has been in a one-sided trend for the last 5 years. It needed a natural correction. An induced correction is not really healthy for the market. A natural correction is more progressive. It takes time.
True.
People absorb it, businesses absorb it. But anyways, irrelevant correction was required because that sets the pace for the next 5 years. So I think a correction has come into the market, and correction doesn't necessarily mean that you look at a price correction. Even volume corrections are considered as a correction. So what we are seeing, what we are seeing at least right now, is we are seeing lower number of transactions, but pretty much similar pricing, maybe slight variations on the payment plan, and that's our core of it remains the same. It's just within the framework there are some adjustments which are happening, and I don't see anything major happening at the moment in the market.
Right. I mean, post all the news broke out about the war and all of this, there has been a shift in the mindset of the buyers. There has been a shift in day-to-day activities, I would say. And you're very right. We need a correction. It's just that now the correction is forced upon us, rather than taking its natural course over the period of a couple of quarters, which would have been much healthier. But I still feel this was necessary, as you said, and it might lead into better and a healthier growth in the future. Question is, how do we manage right now? I personally believe a lot of buying, you said, even though the market was one-sided in the last 5 years post-COVID, a lot of buying this time happened with buyers looking at a long-term perspective.
Okay.
So I think Dubai has always, from the very beginning, been a city who's promoted yields more than capital appreciation. In the last 5 years, we saw buyers not just coming from India, Pakistan, China, and these are the bigger buyers for almost more than a decade in Dubai. But I think in the last 5 years, buying had shifted a lot towards European markets. Most buyers came from there who had a very institutional way of thinking, and these investors were not coming in straight away for a big leap in the prices and having it flipped over in 2 years and then by reinvesting. So I think they were all more keen on a stable yield, on a stable income post completion, and that was not the case before. Previously, the expectations where real estate investment was different. Now the expectations were different. So, which is why there is not so many as yet people still come out in the market and saying, "Oh, I need an exit," or "Let me sell my property for lower than what I bought it for," or "I don't trust this market." I don't think that has happened yet. I mean, obviously, which city in the world in my lifetime, I have not seen it, I don't know what yours well, but I don't see any city has had missiles flying over it for 32 days and has not collapsed or has not broken momentum or has not lost motivation, right? So if it's happened in Dubai, it's not that it's Dubai's fault. The way it's handling and the way people who don't belong to this place, they moved here leaving a lot of family and moved their wealth over here, they don't want to go back. So we can see there's a lot of confidence in the city. And this has led to not a lot of people going into a panic state and selling. There is a small percentage of people who are looking for an exit, but I don't think it is because of the current situation. They would have been looking to sell even before. In every market, I know sellers who wanted to sell their property because they needed cash even when the market was at the highest. It was in a proper bull run at that time. They still wanted to sell and they wanted money.
And they were willing to wait a couple of weeks to get the right price.
Correct. Only difference is then they could have had a quicker sale. Now they might have to wait a bit longer, and the price adjustment would have to be another 10 or 15% lower than that. But that doesn't mean more sellers has been added to the market. It's not that.
On the contrary, I feel the sellers have exited the market.
The ones who exited with the profit, they have done already.
No, even if there was a listing, let's say before Feb, people have removed the listings now because they know that there's no point of putting the product in the market right now.
I mean, my team, myself as well, I also do sales myself, and our sellers have said that, look, if there's no point Why shall I bring the value of my property down for no reason?
Correct.
Right? And that's my advice to them as well. I mean, if we are not looking to book any losses on the property, and if you have the holding capacity, stay back, because we know market is going to come back. Right? So it's a matter of time till we get past through this, and people will start finding real values of the property. Even if today you say a distressed deal, that is not really a real value of the market.
Yeah. And that's a very select few.
Very small percentage. Very, very small percentage. So I think it's too early right now to set a benchmark. It's too early to say what is the right value today. I think we have to first, let's see how the rental occupancy goes, because any market, what your asset is generating as an income decides what's the right value for it when you have to sell it.
And I think that's more true for Dubai specifically.
Exactly.
The rental is a leading indicator. So if the rents
Exactly.
start correcting across the board, then we can see some slight price correction as well.
Absolutely. I mean, if a 100,000 dirham rental unit was doing a 5% yield in the better market, and we always know Dubai has consistently maintained anything between 5 and 7% net yield. I will not say 10 because those were all promoting numbers, but it never happened. But what realistically was always achieved from very prime to affordable areas were 4.5 to 7% net yield. I mean, this is what was going on. And if this continues, where let's say yield gets slightly more attractive in such market, the property values need to be aligned with that yield based on what income it's generating. And I think for that to develop, we'll have to wait for some more time. We have to see how more rental transactions are happening. At what prices more and more sellers are exiting. What's the current motivation of people buying at the right price per square feet. So very early to say market is doing too well or is doing too bad.
Looking at the data, if you look at March first week, March second week, third week, fourth week, and today we are in the April first week. Is there any sort of trend you are seeing over there over the last 4.5 weeks?
I won't lie, inquiries are less.
Okay.
Right? Inquiries are there for unrealistic expectations.
I mean, buyers are there, but sellers are not there.
So sellers are not there.
That's a good market.
Which is a good market. I mean, if you look at even developers, I have not seen a single developer openly coming up and doing a discount or a very attractive payment plan. That has been there. I mean, some developers have offered 4% DLD waivers and all of that, but this is not something new. Even in the market, which was in a bull run, as I said, and they had to compete with another developer, they would come up with these offers. So it's nothing that is promoted right now that makes it super attractive for this current situation, which means they are all sitting with strength. Yes, there is less new transactions. I will not speak against it. Whatever number of transactions recorded that we're seeing right now are on historic sales, right? And especially in the off-plan cases, because it takes longer for it to be registered. Most of the mortgage buyers who signed a CF in January, February, their transfers are happening now.
I think real numbers you'll start seeing in the next week or 10 days.
I think yes, mid-April onwards, we'll start seeing more of what sold in March after the conflict started. But it was a very interesting article I just read 2 days ago. I think it was on Khalij Times or some other news channel. The transactions between the 23rd March and 29th of March in secondary, I'm not talking about off-plan, in secondary around 2,000 units that were sold or registered, 55% were cash transactions. And if it is a cash transaction, the lifespan of a contract on a cash transaction in the secondary is anywhere between a week to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Having said that, if it was registered on 23rd of March, then most of these sales, I would say, happened after the 1st of March, which means cash transactions did happen. New contracts were signed after the conflict was there.
Okay.
Right? And if you're buying in cash, then obviously you have more confidence in the market. Now, if you look at the price per square feet, was it any different than before? We're still sitting at the same price per square feet. So there are selective buyers. Transactions are still happening. Off-plan, I would say there is not so many transactions now. It's also because developers are holding off their new launches, right?
And I think going forward, it will be scaled down a little bit.
It will be scaled down, but I think it's a very good sign also because
It's required.
it's very much required.
It's required.
I think that is a form of correction.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a supply correction, and I think that's what the market needed. It will only make the prices better in the future. But the biggest question is, why are the developers not coming up with discounts? Why are they not in a rush to sell the inventory? I think if you ask this, then people need to understand how Dubai's off-plan framework works. Most of the developers right now, especially the top tier, and even the ones below top tier who has a big portfolio over here, I think they're sitting with a lot of cash in their escrow at the moment. Because every launch, I would not believe every launch was 100% sold out, even if it was announced. But definitely being in the market, being on the ground, I can say every launch in the first week exceeded 40 to 50% of the sales. Majority of the developers took 20% down payment, some at 10%, but most of them took 20%. In the last 6 months, the price per square feet at what these were sold at far exceeded the construction cost, right? So even if you take a 20% on that, and if that money has already been sitting in the account, they have enough liquidity right now to use for the construction for the next 1 year, in my opinion. And
well, I think that will vary with many factors, but across the board, yes, that should make sense. But because again, right now we are in the first month, maybe the second month, maybe the third month should be okay. It's the execution risk which comes in.
True.
Can have an impact. It can possibly extend the handover slightly. But inherently, is the product at risk? I don't think so.
No, I don't think product is at risk. I mean, look, in the last 4 weeks, every single off-plan that we sold, if we sold it 2 years ago, or even if we sold a week before this conflict started, every single client has made the payment on time. All the payments that were due in the month of March, they were all done on time. None of them called us and said, "Oh, can this be pushed ahead?"
We're not seeing any cancellations as well.
Right? No one said, "Oh, I'm running out of money." So this is not COVID. COVID, people did not have money.
Yeah, and a very interesting point you raised over here regarding people. Now, the thing that we are seeing, people who are locally based, there are no delays in payments.
Yeah.
It's the people who are not based in UAE, there the delays are happening.
Right.
And I personally feel the delays are happening because of what they're saying on the news.
True.
And the thought process comes, why do I need to make my payment? There's nothing.
Absolutely.
But again, there's a lot of misinformation, and this is something which is coming into the market. But again, with time, it will also be corrected.
Definitely. I mean, you're right over there. That if anyone who's going to have any sort of a doubt are the ones who are not living in Dubai.
Yeah.
And who's seeing what they see on the social media or what the news channels are trying to forcefully show them.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, because my family believes the same thing.
Yeah.
I get 5 calls every day, like, "Are you okay? And how are you managing?
Are you in a shelter?
Yeah, are you in a shelter?" I mean, I'm still having dinners at the same restaurant I used to have pre-conflict.
Easy to get reservations.
Nothing's changing. I'm still, enjoying my life out as a did before. So nothing's changed. Less traffic, which is great. So we can get around this.
So that's what I keep telling my team. For 1 week, 10 days, less traffic is good. After that, we need traffic.
We need traffic. Yes, we need traffic
But
everywhere.
I see some momentum coming back to the market, especially on the roads this week.
Yes.
Has been slightly busier than last week.
I mean, see, look, there's so many factors. The weather has been uncertain, right?
Yeah, I mean, last week was weather.
Weather was uncertain. And I mean, a lot has happened in a very short span of time that has forced people to not be as busy as they used to be before. So let's give it some time, I would say. And I feel there is a lot of work still to be done. And people are busy doing that. We can't always keep thinking about the war or what's going to happen. Developers are still carrying on with the construction. I don't see a single construction site that is not moving on now.
Both the sites are active.
Both sites are active,
which is very important, because what people feel is everything is at a standstill. That's not the case.
No, it's not. It's not. It can't
We
be.
just got our progress update within the week. I think Monday or Tuesday we got our update for both our projects, and we got decent progress.
I mean, there will be some cautious steps that will be taken, and I think that's fair, and I think that's healthy. Actually, we should do that. But I personally don't see a lot of problem being created with the prices and a lot of people looking to exit, unless unless the war carries on for too long and it puts a full stop on businesses completely. That's not the case. It's not happening. So pretty much everything is okay.
Business Bay or Dubai Silicon Oasis?
Silicon Oasis.
Business Bay.
City Walk or Lamel?
City Walk.
City work.
City Walk. Emirates Hills or the Lakes?
Emirates.
No comparison. Emirates.
Yeah.
Al Barari or the Sustainable City?
No comparison.
Barari.
Al-Barari.
So I guess you guys have the same taste when it comes to Dubai area. Not Al Shiba or Dubai Freight Harbor?
I'll go.
As an investment or to live?
It can be both. Investment and food. Is it different?
Yeah.
I'll
I'll still
for
go Nadal Shiba.
Nadal Shiba.
Palm Jumeirah or Blue Water?
Palm.
I would say Palm.
I don't know, Blue Water never picked up. And
But
with
investment
the-
very good.
Investment is good.
Living, I'm not sure.
Hotel shifts, short term, up to short term, we buying good rate.
Yeah.
So things
But Blue Water's price per square feet is
what?
over 5,000 per square feet. 5.5. But for investment, I'll prefer Blue Waters because it has very limited supply. Very, very limited.
If it becomes a casino, skyrocket.
Yes. So if it does, yes. So if you ask me for investment, Blue Waters. Would I want to live there? No. I don't like Palm either, but
Okay.
if you're given a choice, then yeah, Palm.
But I would, Palm feels better because in and out is better, roads are wider.
Yeah.
There, it for some reason it feels a little cramped when you're
Yes.
entering. Like, oh,
It
man,
is.
if there's something wrong, then how will you in and exit?
Okay. Last. DLRC or JVs?
As of today, DLR.
Investment, DLRC.
How about private?
To live, we'll go with JBC.
I feel living depends on the. I mean, if our office is here, JVC is a better option. If our office was in Silicon, DLRC would have been an option.
So this is Zohaib from Bridges and Allies. I'm the founder and MD.
So this is Abhishek Jalan, CEO of Grovy Development. See you in the next podcast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you very much.